Chapter 10, Shloka 20, Shri Ajnesh, Ahamatma
Gudakesha
Sarvabhuta
Sarvabhuta
Shastitaha
Sastitaha
Ahamadishcha
Ahamadishcha
Madhyam cha
Madhyam cha
Bhutana.
Bhutanam eva eva cha
Very good. Manta eva cha.
Anta eva cha
Very good. Now Shloka 21. Aditya
Aditya
Namaham Vishnul
Namaha Vishnur
Jyotisham
Jyotisham
Raviram Shuman
Raviram Shuman
Marichil
Marichil
Marutamasmi
Marutamasmi
Nakshatra
Nakshatra
Namaham Shashi.
Namaham Sachi
Very good. Now Shloka 22. Vedanam
Vedanam
Samavedosmi
Samavedosmi
Devanam
Devanam
Masmi
Masmi
Vasavah
Vasapaha
Indriyanam
Indriyanam
Manaschasmi
Manasnashmi
Bhutanam
Bhutanam
Masmi
Masmi
Chetana.
Chetana
Thank you. Now we will do the meaning part. Shloka 20. Aham, I. Atma, soul. Gudakesh. Shri Krishna ji is calling Arjun as Gudakesh. Meaning is conqueror of sleep. Sarva Bhuta, of all entities, living entities. Ashyastista, seated in the heart. Aham, I. Adi, the beginning. Cha and Madhyam, middle. Cha and Bhutanam, of all living beings. Anta and Eva, even. Or Cha also. So here Sri Krishna ji is calling Arjun as Gudakesha. That means Arjun can live without sleeping. We cannot live, na? Shri Krishna ji is saying, I am situated in the heart of all the living entities. I am the beginning, middle, and end of all the beings. So Shri Krishna ji starts telling Arjun the qualities or the forms in which one can know how Shri Krishna ji exists among us always. Remember, Arjun was asking that I want to hear more. I want to know that how I can feel or see Shri Krishna ji in this world. So for that Shri Krishna ji is replying that he is situated in the heart of all the living beings, not just humans, even the trees, plants, animals, any living being. He was there in the beginning, he is there in the beginning, he is there in the middle, and he is there in the end. That means when the life starts, Sri Krishna ji is there. Sri Krishna ji is throughout the life, and Sri Krishna ji is there when the life is ending. So Sri Krishna ji is always among us. If even though one is remembering or not remembering, he is always there with all the living beings. He is situated in the heart. Where he is situated? In the heart of all the living beings. He is the one form, he is the one from whom one takes birth and one is alive during his lifetime and goes to him after the death. What do you mean by that? That the life comes into existence when Sri Krishna ji is there in the body. So when Sri Krishna ji comes in the body, life starts coming. And where the body will be alive or the life will be alive when Sri Krishna ji is there. And after the death also, the soul goes to Sri Krishna ji. Yes, Suraj, keep blessing me. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. So Lord Sri Krishna is telling that
that means every life is created by Lord Sri Krishna. Like if Lord Sri Krishna comes in any soul or something, it will come to life. Means like a tree, it is not there, then it will be born by Lord Sri Krishna only.
Very good. Yes, Sri Ajnes.
Pampur is really angry now because he is on the last.
No, no, she's a good girl.
I can see her eyes and I can see she's showing I'm not angry.
Ah, she's a good girl. Now you tell, explain.
So Lord Shri Krishna is telling that yeah, every life, if human in one body, Shri Krishna is there, the humans will be coming. If you want to see Shri Krishna, do nice meditation and chant the shlokas without any break.
Very good. Now Purvi tell. Ma'am.
Shri Krishna is telling that he's there at the beginning of life, he's there at the middle of life, and he's there at the ending of life. Ma'am, I have something to tell you also. A person will be immortal if Shri Krishna ji never left the person's body. If Sri Krishna ji left the person's body, it's time for the person to die. If not, Sri Krishna ji stays there forever. And if someone has given the boon for someone, if some of the gods have given a boon to someone, the boon to remain immortal, that means Sri Krishna ji would have to stay in that body forever.
Thank you. Now Shloka 21. Listen carefully. Come back.
Thank you.
Welcome. Shloka 21. Adityanam amongst the 12 sons of Aditi. Listen carefully. Now Shri Krishna ji is telling that in brief, remember he told that I will tell you in brief that where all you can find Shri Krishna ji, you can feel him. So it is among the 12 sons of Aditi, Aham, I, Vishnu, Jyotisam amongst luminous objects, Ravi the sun, Anshuman radiant, Marichi, Marutam of Marutas, Asami I am, Nakshatram amongst the stars, Aham I Sashi the moon. Listening. Now Sri Krishna ji is starting to tell. Specifically, he is giving the names where we can feel him or see him. Amongst the 12 sons of Aditi, I am Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. Amongst the luminous objects, I am the sun. What is luminous object? What sun does? It gives light, brightness in the universe. So among all the this type of objects, where you get light, tube light, bulb, so that is not Sri Krishna ji. It is the sun. Okay. It is very interesting. Listen carefully. Know me to be Marichi among the Maruts and the moon among the stars in the night sky. So in the daytime it is the sun and in the night it is the moon. So Sri Krishna ji continues to describe his presence to us. Among the 12 sons of Aditi, Sri Krishna ji is Vishnu, Vamana avatar. Among the most luminous objects, Sri Krishna ji is the sun. And among the brightest star in the night sky, Sri Krishna ji is the moon. Among the 49 kinds of wind, Marutas, the chief wind is Marichi and Sri Krishna ji is Marichi among all the 49 wind gods. Okay, yes, Purvi.
Ma'am, Shri Krishna ji is sharing very important information with us. That is, that is where we can feel him or see him. But we can't go to the places really, but he's just telling us where it is. Just where to feel him and see him.
Where?
Among the 12 sons of Aditi, he is Lord Vishnu. Among the luminous objects, he is the sun. Among the stars, he is the moon. And among the wind gods, he is Maruti.
Marichi.
Marichi, one of the wind gods.
And among the night, among the
And
stars,
moon.
very good. Good, Purvi, very nice.
Oh, moon already, ma'am.
Oh, sorry. Now Shloka 22. Oh, no. Now you have to explain, Shriya Ajnesh.
Ma'am, I wanted to tell something.
Tell me something.
We can feel Sri Krishna ji everywhere because he is everywhere. We can feel him everywhere. But see him only among these places, I think. But we can
He is
feel him.
telling the main places or main beings where we can see him and feel him. He is there. What he started with, then I am there in all the living beings, and I am residing in the heart.
Yes, ma'am, we can even feel him in our heart.
Huh. And still he is specifying that okay, among this luminous object, I am the sun. Among the nights,
We
the
can't get
stars.
near the sun though to
Huh.
feel him.
But you can bow down, you can do pranam. At least you can see the sun. Okay, sun, this is Shri Krishna ji. In the moon, you can at least see the moon. You can say pranam Shri Krishna ji. At least you
Yes,
can see sun and moon.
what is 12 sons of Aditi? I don't know that also.
Yeah, that is also,
In
what?
heaven.
Huh? Sorry?
Is the 12 sons of Aditi present in heaven?
Huh.
So we can't go to heaven and see it.
But you can see sun and moon. So be happy with that.
Ma'am, can I explain? Happy with that.
Yes, Sri Ajnesh, explain.
So Lord Shri Krishna is telling that the butterflies are not him, sun is him.
Okay, then.
That's all I remember.
Acha, Suraj, your turn.
Yes, ma'am. So Lord Shri Krishna is telling that, like everywhere, Lord Shri Krishna is there, even in every living objects or non-living objects. That because everything comes from Him, we can see Him or feel Him. That because in temples, every temple, there may be Lord Shri Krishna.
Very good. Yes, he is there everywhere. Now, Shloka 22. Listen carefully. Vedanam amongst the Vedas. Samaveda, the Samaveda. Asmi, I am. Devan, all the celestial gods. Asmi, I am. Vasava, Indra. Indriyanam, among the senses. Manaha, the mind. Cha and Asmi I am. Bhutanam, amongst the living beings. Asmi I am. Chetana, consciousness. So here Shri Krishna ji is telling more. I am the Samaved among the Vedas. So among all the Vedas, Shri Krishna ji is the Samaveda. And Indra among the celestial gods. Among all the celestial gods, Indra Dev. Among the senses, I am the mind. So we have senses. Among all the senses, Sri Krishna ji is the mind. Amongst the living beings, I am the consciousness. We have now consciousness, right? That we are doing the class, we are attending the class, we are chanting, we are listening. So, the consciousness what we have, it is Sri Krishna ji. So Sri Krishna ji continues telling his existence in this universe for us to feel him, realize him. He says he is the Samaved among the four Vedas. So what are the four Vedas? Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda. So among this, the Samaveda describes God's glories. The Samaveda is also the most musical and is sung in praise of the Lord. It is enchanting to those who understand it, and it brings devotion amongst its listeners. Okay? Then next he told, among the celestial gods I am the Indra. So Vasava. Vasava is another name for Indra, the chief of celestial gods. He is supreme among souls in fame, power and rank. Only a soul with many lifetimes of pious deeds is promoted to the position of the Indra. Thus, Indra is considered as chief among the celestial gods. Then what told Sri Krishna ji? Five senses. The five senses function correctly only if the mind is attentive to them. Correct? Everything is connected to the mind. Mind will send the signal and hands will work, the tongue will work, the touch will work, the five senses will work. If the mind wanders away, the senses cannot function properly. For example, you hear with your ears what people say, but if your mind wanders away while they are speaking, their words are lost to you. Like I am explaining you the meaning. But your mind is somewhere else. How will I pay? What will I play? So, you will not, your mind has not registered what I have said. So my words are lost for you because your mind is not focused here, it is wandering somewhere else. So all my words have been lost. So that is the importance of the mind. That is why we say bring your focus level here, bring your mind in the class, because when you focus, when your mind is also listening, you will also listen. So mind is the king of the senses. Hence Sri Krishna ji is the mind among all our senses. Next comes consciousness. Consciousness is the quality of the soul that shows difference of life and death. Listen carefully, you have to explain me. The difference between a living person and a dead person is, what is the difference between a living and a dead person? It is the presence of the consciousness. Consciousness is present in a dead body. It is only present in the living body. So that is why Sri Krishna ji is the consciousness. Consciousness exists in the soul. Consciousness is also existing in the soul by the divine power of God. But for the body, consciousness is there when there is a life. And for the soul, consciousness is always how? With the divine power of God. Okay, now Shri Ajnesh, your turn.
Ma'am, are you doing like one, two, three, four, like that she's doing?
She is counting the points. What are the main points in this shloka?
Okay.
Now you explain.
What Sri Krishna said that in when life and our God is different than life, and life means we can still do everything. That means we can't do anything. We are going to heaven.
Okay. Then,
Ma'am, I can't remember what else you said. I was focusing here, but ma'am.
no problem. Listen to your friends. Suraj,
Yes, ma'am. So Lord Shri Krishna is telling that any means if you told the before meaning, you'll means you'll not know the meaning. Means before you told and you forgot. That because you are losing the words. If mind is the only this one. What I say?
mind is the king of all the senses.
King, king of all the senses. So if you always think about and don't get lost, you'll know everything.
Very good. Purvi, your turn.
Ma'am, Shri Krishna ji is telling us. Shri Krishna ji is telling us how to feel him and continue the information we left off in the sloka. So, ma'am, we can find he is there in the Samaveda. He is Indra. He is our mind, and he is our consciousness.
Very
Now, Samaveda is something that praises the Lord. It's it it's lovely and very enchanted singing for those who understand it. For those who don't understand it, it might create a devotion for the Lord. Indra is the king of all demigods and gods,
celestial gods.
celestial gods. He, the people who have lived a lot of lifetimes are equal to him. So Indra is the king of all celestial gods and demigods. Next, mind. Mind, ma'am, if you're paying very attention to something, you might remember things. I got to remember because I was paying attention. So, first I was a bit confused. Then I started saying to myself, I said the words you said Samaveda, Indra, mind, consciousness. And Shriyanesh, for your information, I was just counting of my how much points I had. And then I was telling their names like this. So, ma'am, Shri Krishna ji is telling us that next is the mind, right? I was telling about the mind. Ma'am, if you're paying very attention to something, you can listen. Hear means listen and hear. You can speak, your sense of touch, or smell. You can smell. But if your mind is not paying attention to anything, you can't listen anything. Example, I'm feeling sleepy. I won't pay attention to class then. Then I will miss out the meaning and all. Then when my chance comes, I'll just say an excuse. You should you should pay attention to what someone is saying. But but now you got the information. You should try to listen more and concentrate all your mind on classes from now on. Now you
Correct.
know why you don't concentrate on some classes. Next is the consciousness. Ma'am, with some of the divine magic, Sri Krishna ji attached the consciousness to the souls. Only the living have consciousness. No, not the dead. So, ma'am, Sri Krishna ji is telling that we have consciousness. Now we are living. We are not dead. So we have consciousness. But after the soul dies, not soul dies, body dies, then the soul gets out of the body and goes to Shri Krishna ji. So, so then the consciousness is not in the body. Shri Krishna ji is also the consciousness. That means the consciousness is in the living. And then it will join when the person dies, it will join Shri Krishna ji again. Shri Krishna ji is there everywhere, but these are the next four main places to find him.
Very good, Purvi. Very good.
Ourselves. We can
Awesome.
find that in
I
our
can remember something else you said in a meaning, ma'am.
Yeah, Purvi have explained very nicely. You all are doing very good,
Who's
but
the star of the meaning?
Purvi, no doubt.
Who's the star of the meaning of month?
That is, we will decide later.
And
So
then
now, correct what Purvi has said, that now when you are aware that your mind is the king of the senses, So you should try to pay more focus and more attention and listen to all your classes, not just
Now
Bhagavad
I
Gita.
can understand what else you said, ma'am.
Uh-huh. Okay, Shriyaj. Next tell.
So Lord Sri Krishna is telling that when a body it dies, we can't work it. When the body is still alive, we can work, do everything. So Lord Sri Krishna again saying that where our senses, we have eyes, nose, ears. When we are talking, listening to someone, our ears can hear that. When we are not paying attention, when someone is speaking, your mind goes somewhere else. Then we cannot understand what are we doing.
Very good. Thank you. Very good.